nobody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Because maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall.
Good evening, good morning, good night, you lovelies. It is the one, the only Cappy D Bar, and we are here to talk about a little bit of news. All right, the Federation released its episode, all right, of Raw for January 20th, 2026. It wasn't very good. It wasn't very good at all. But surprisingly, the reality show based around the production of the TV show is doing better than the actual TV show, all right? WWE's Unreal has taken the world by storm for lack of a better word, negligence in the creative writing room. There are multiple upon multiple scenes from episode 1 all the way to episode 4 involving the Naomi walkout with Mercedes Moné, including the Seth Rollins fake injury. All right, there are small glimpses of the John Cena heel turn, and to cap it all off, we discuss the biggest story to come out of show, the R-Truth firing. Truly things that sent damn near shockwaves throughout the IWC. Whether they were NXT, TNA, or Ring of Honor fanboys, everyone came together and discussed and agreed that niggas Roadogg and Bruce Pritchard are awful at their fucking jobs. There's so many moments in that show where they said things equivalent to, I don't know. I can't think of it right now. We just don't have any answers. There was a moment during the Chelsea Green booking where they didn't once think about bringing up a Callie Armstrong. They didn't once thinking about calling up Jordan Grace, Mariah May, Indy Hartwell. Not once. Not once did they think of incorporating a TNA talent into the WWE roster, like WWE incessantly did on the TNA roster. Not once. Not once. All of the women that they have just wasted away. They completely gutted the mid-card. Dakota's gone. Candice LeRae, gone. What's Ivy Neal doing right now? And you wonder why you guys can't fucking book anything. Listen, shout out to a couple of the black women in the IWC for pointing out the obvious, that there is no people of color in that room, meaning that stories of color simply can't be told, because how would any of you know any stories of color? Right? Stories about women can't really be told how they should be because there are no women in that locker room. It's really simple shit that for some reason, if you try to just discuss with anybody, they'll try to bark you down about it. Listen, I can understand, all right, the need for a easily digestible show, but brother, when you're showing us that Jey Uso was unanimously under the fucking, was unanimously unpopular compared to CM Punk winning that Royal Rumble, and then we see what happens with Jey Uso at the Royal Rumble. That tells you everything you need to know about this show and the show that is made by this show. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, to a further extent, Evolve, TNA. Fuck it, some indie matches that are completely ran and operated by WWID. The creative that goes into this shit, it's not good. Fuck not good. It's almost, it like damn near feels treasonous. I feel like there is a mole in this fucking company who is actively trying to fucking just sink the ship from within. It damn near feels like a fucking act of sabotage, honestly. Honestly, it does. Maybe some weird form of espionage from the dub. Huh? Maybe we got some fucking Tony Khan cousins in there just fucking shit up from inside. Brother, I don't know what is happening to this fucking company. They sat there in front of all those live cameras and said, we don't know who to put Chelsea Green with. One of our most over heels. We don't have anybody for her.
when that is factually incorrect. Now, have they booked anybody to go up against Chelsea Green, really? No, they haven't. But you know they do have? They do have a talent like a Michin who could be utilized. Her character gimmick could be given a little tweak, a small tweak, and now we have something. You could have had a Shotzi, somebody who was extremely over with the crowd. Very fun entrance. Very fun entrance. The cute little tank, spiky little hair. She was a fan favorite, and what did you do? You cut her of her fucking duties. And now where are we? Now we're looking at Chelsea Green versus B-Fab. Not interesting. We're looking at Chelsea Green versus Michin. Unproduced feud that you cannot just throw out at the fucking crowd with no story or build-up. Especially with Michin being a fucking jobber. Alright? J-O-B-B. Shit's sad. Alright? Now listen, realistically they could have done something like Jade. Right? You have Jade and her ascension to the world title, or the main title, be this United States Championship. You kind of let her feel her way out really quick. Maybe you call up Jordan Grace, right? You put Julia on the back burner for a moment. Maybe even you go ahead, you call up an Evolve girl. Kali Armstrong is such an amazing fucking act. Like the idea that they're not utilizing any of these people. It's sick. It's a sickness. It's a fucking sickness. And honestly, man, like even when they talked about that R-Truth shit, it's like the length that these niggas will go to cover up their mess. $1 billion company got confused in communications. Really, a missing email here and there for $1 billion company. Yeah, and I got a fucking bridge to sell you, buddy, all right? Lead you to fucking Narnia. Listen, this company is abysmal, and the choices that they make lead to the show being so dog shit. So, I mean, everyone's upset about Unreal, but honestly, none of you should be surprised. Some people are calling this shit like halfway of work. I don't believe most of the shit on this show, but for them to show us their blatant incompetence, I don't know what else to digest. If they were to show us them, crafting these masterful matches and these, brilliant spots and, even, every Monday out the week, a new character, right? A quote unquote character. A new guy comes in. He's some Joe Schmo rookie and he books the fucking 30-minute classic for the main event on a random night of Raw, right? Those are things you could produce. Those are things you could give us. Are we getting it? No. We're getting Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins discuss this fucking tired ass fake injury for over 20 minutes. I shit you not, about 20 minutes of an episode purely dedicated to this fucking storyline of Seth pulling a work on us. That was it. That was the entirety of the fucking episode. And honestly, it served nobody. It didn't serve me, and I don't think it served any of you, all right? We're going to be barreling, all right? We're going to be barreling directly to the Federation's Raw, all right? January 20th, 2025. Unironically, there's actually a lot of things that happened the day before this. Indiana, they took home the college football championship. I forgot who they went up against, but they did go up against, I believe it was the Hurricanes. It might be the Canes. I'm not too sure about that. But shout out to Indiana. Don't be surprised if some of those guys are either in the NFL draft for 2026 or the NXT draft for 2027. I'm looking at all of the failed athletes on that roster. All right, let's start it off quick. Let's start it off easy. There's nothing that fucking happened on this Raw worth talking about. Look at me. Look at me in my eyes. There's nothing worth fucking talking about on this Raw, okay? The women on this fucking show carried. Period. They always do. Women's wrestling saving the day. How many times have I fucking told all of you that? Listen, Becky Lynch and Finn Balor, this is home turf for them, and they do what the fuck they need to do. Easily highlights of the night. Finn Balor has a really face-ish promo leading up to his match with CM Punk, which was honestly, arguably, probably match of the night. Some people are really big on Maxine Dupree. I'm not, so I mean, that's probably second contender. A lot of people probably like that Penta, Ray, and Dragon versus the No Names match. Personally, I don't see the luster in Austin Theory getting pinned when he's supposed to be like this kind of successor, kind of like this like King Arthur kind of thing, like the next to grab the sword kind of story. Listen, they're not doing anything with this fucking group, including having Logan Paul out there. Logan Paul legit gets fucking berated by Ireland, as he should, right? Because it's very interesting. The culture in Europe is very different in America. They don't like rich people. They fucking hate rich people. That's why when Becky is originally getting over in one of her promos, because again, home turf, they fucking love her like Boston loves the CEO. She emphatically reiterates, I am rich and I'm famous and I'm better than you. And then the heat switches on a dime. right? Like, that's how good Becky Lynch is. She knows her crowd, she knows her audience, and she knows what makes them tick. But for some reason, WWE doesn't, because they put fucking Logan Paul out here. Like, who wants to see him? Is anybody clamoring for Logan Paul? Are any of you clamoring for Logan Paul grabbing the tag ropes? I didn't fucking think so. All right, let's get through this somewhat chronologically.
One of the first and definitely more enjoyable parts of the night is, as I stated, Becky Lynch, the man, all right? Big Becky, big time Becky, going out there for the home crowd, all right? Now, again, her and Finn, hilariously over, okay? Just like Max Caster, rest in peace. You'll be back on TV sometime soon, brother. She essentially goes out there and she says, man, it's great to be home because I remembered why the fuck I left. I hate this place. It stinks. It's awful. And the food's really bad. And, the crowd, again, they switch on a dime, but it was good to know that Becky Lynch, hypothetically, she can, like, there was a second she almost worked with that face, like that face pop. Like, she almost went with it to kind of be like, oh, thank you, it's finally good to be acknowledged as like one of the best, or like literally in a split second she could have, the crowd was almost chanting that she was one of the best wrestlers, like, she's the GOAT, you're the man, or whatever. Oh, Becky Lynch, right? Like, they could have did that, right? And she almost led them to do that, but in a split second she made the smart call, right? She started doing the normal tactics, right? She played up to her audience. She started flaunting her wealth. That instantly turned off about 50% of the crowd. Then directly after that, she just started doing her normal heel gimmick and everything just fell into place, right? It was really good crowd work from her. Maxine comes out with Natty. We're going to talk about Natty. Natty has been one of the most ruthless, badass women when it comes to Bloodsport, when it comes to AAA, and when it comes to NWA. She has been performing on an insane caliber with a great fucking entrance, with a great presence, and I don't know why this isn't being utilized by the Fed. They have turned her heel, and I'm imagining, oh my fucking gosh, it's the same issue with Trick Williams. Trick Williams has all of the fucking capabilities to be a top face, like top 5 in the fucking company. He has all of the capabilities, but we aren't going to give that to him. Why? Because he's a heel. Even though heels can be ridiculously over, we don't want to see the heels get the happy ending. Trick, with that momentum that he has now, that is a happy moment. That is a happy ending moment, quote unquote. Why can't Natty Neidhart, who has all of the fucking push in the world, all of the push in the world from the IWC, right? She can hold herself together in that fucking ring. The fans recognize her, right? She's not some fucking nobody who's just sitting around and catering. She shouldn't be, at least. She goes out there, she performs on all these fucking indie shows. She wrestles around the entire fucking circuit. Anything they ask Natty to do, she fucking does it. No questions asked. Even if it's fucking wrestling Mr. Iguana in a fucking 60-minute Iron Man match, she does it. So why the fuck can't we get a proper presentation? Why can't we get a face run? Why can't we see Natty sticking up for Maxine Dupree after her like 19th fucking loss? The rematches, by the way, with Maxine and Becky, horrible booking. Doesn't the booking for these titles make so much fucking sense now? After watching Unreal, honestly, doesn't it make so much sense now why that Julia title run was dog shit? Doesn't that make so much more sense now? Doesn't it make so much more sense that Maxine Dupree and Becky Lynch storyline has now been continuing for at least 5 fucking weeks? 5 weeks now we've been dealing with this. Actually, maybe even longer. Shit, I might say 10. We've been dealing with this Maxine and Becky shit for so goddamn long, folks. I can't wrap my head around it, and I don't know what the end point of this is, but I couldn't have told you that it was Natty Neidhart. Again, one of the most beloved women superstars in the IWC, should be one of the most respected women in that fucking locker room, one of your oldest, most decorated fucking talents, right? Nothing. We're gonna give her a heel turn, we're gonna change up her look, and then when the crowd doesn't take to it because it's a stupid fucking bait and switch that we pulled a million times, we're just gonna throw her away like yesterday's lunch. It's fucking ridiculous. Natty Neidhart is such an amazing fucking performer, and she has genuinely given so much to this fucking industry in the terms of women's wrestling. So fucking much. I mean, goddamn it, she has the fucking blood of Owen Hart running through her veins right now. Wrestling is quite literally in her genetics. And the best you niggas got for her is a fucking heel turn, where she's gonna change up her gimmick, right?
Oh man, listen, I know this fucking company, and honestly, I really don't know if the fans are gonna take to a heel Natty very well. I mean, even when you want to move over to the tag division, right, with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, right, the queer baiters. Why is the Judgment Day involved with tag titles? Why aren't Roxanne and Liv tearing each other's jugulars out? Why? Oh, because JD's injured? Because we can't do a fucking Judgment Day breakup for the 19th fucking time? I'm over the Judgment Day are quite literally dead air. I told you guys this on one of my first couple of videos. It's dead air. It's dead air. They've been around since 2021 and they quite literally have no fucking motion. Zero. Liv Morgan is easily the best wrestler in that fucking group, right? Maybe right behind fucking Roxanne Perez and Dom. After that, what the fuck is the group even there for? R-Truth came back from being fired. He didn't even get in a fucking segment with the Judgment Day. Really listen to me here. R-Truth, one of Judgment Day's quote-unquote biggest members, if you want to call him a member or whatever, right? Some of the biggest moments with Judgment Day was with R-Truth. He came back from retirement, not a single segment with the Judgment Day. Not a one. Now you can call it because of the brand split, you can say whatever the fuck you want, but they haven't utilized any of their quote-unquote lore properly. And now we have to deal with shit like Liv and Roxanne teaming up, like what Liv and fucking Rox Pops teaming up, even though realistically they should be on opposite ends of the spectrum. Being that Roxanne tried to fuck Dom in kayfabe, obviously, no disrespect to Dom or his wife, and Liv was also trying to do that in kayfabe again. So like, well, is there no tension here at all between any of these people, between neither of these ladies? That doesn't seem a little fucking lazy? It is. It's because it is lazy. We get a fucking Rhea and fucking Io promo segment leading to a Judgment Day Rox Pops and Liv Morgan jumping. That's what that shit was. It wasn't a match. It wasn't a Rhea 1v. No, because women wrestling, who wants to see that? Right? Who wants to see women fucking display their prowess and display their fucking athletic ability? Nobody. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. Okay, and I honestly think that some of this creative bullshit leads, right? It's a fucking circle. It's all just one big circle. It leads back into Naomi walking out in 2022. What the fuck are some of these stories? What is the end goal for some of these fucking women? Do they have any? Any at all? All right, and a last little thing that we're going to be fucking talking about is just blatant fucking laziness. All right, just blatant fucking laziness from this fucking company, right? Now, Javon Evans, he originally went out there and people theorized that, he had banged up his shoulder. There was a match with, the Americano Cappuccinos. Who really gives a fuck about them, right? What we should be talking about right now is Javon Evans, right? He was put in like semi-concussion protocol. I think everything's good now, thank the Lord, young talent. He definitely needs to be on that Royal Rumble card. The idea that matches of this caliber, this close to the pay-per-view, are not fucking produced to a T. Now, everything happens for a reason. Accidents happen in all fucking companies. Botches, if you want to even call them quote-unquote botches, they're always gonna happen, right? There's old as time, damn near. You have to have some level of fucking security with your younger superstars. Javon is a young superstar. Javon Evans, in a good year or so with the correct production, can literally be a fucking top 10 in this company. Fuck it. Maybe with the right production, a fucking title. Fuck it with the right production, maybe even a fucking main title contender. It's in the works. You cannot have your talent go out there and just fucking not have any direction. Right? Because I really don't think that Javon Evans in Americano Latte Grande, like an Americano, because I really don't think that Javon Evans in fucking Americano Latte Grande, I guarantee you that they both didn't think, let's give each other concussions. They probably really didn't know where the fuck to go the rest of this match because this fucking company doesn't do match production anymore. They barely do dark matches or house shows. Every now and again you'll see a couple, but then there'll be some shit like Shinsuke versus Drew versus Ilya Dragunov. Like, and you gotta really time out and think, my nigga, you're putting this shit on a fucking dark show? A dark show? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, oh God. The things that this company does, they don't make sense. None of it makes any fucking sense. And I was even gonna try to cut them a little slack and go, Ila's on Raw. No, the fuck he isn't. No, the fuck he is not. Ila, Shinsuke, Andrew, all on SmackDown. What are they doing right now? What is Shinsuke doing right now? Right now, he just ate a pin to Solo Sikoa. We're gonna put a pin in that. No pun intended. My nigga, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this main event, and we're gonna wrap this shit up. Because honestly, this Raw is abysmal, and the fucking Unreal show just makes you fucking understand how little of the fucking audience these people understand. Like, it makes you realize how little these motherfuckers really know when it comes to giving the audience what they want. Because I'm telling you right now, nobody is fucking satisfied from these Raws, except from the fucking geek bots. And maybe a couple of podcasters from New York. I won't say any names. I mean, hell, even in this, right? Finn Balor, he goes out there to his old entrance. What kind of lead up does Finn Balor, what kind of lead up has Finn Balor had over the past 3, 4, 8, 10, 20 fucking weeks where he deserves a face theme? Why? Because he's in Ireland. Because he's in the home of the Irish. When we could have started a Finn face solo run quite literally a year ago, when there was a Netflix debut, when they were teasing a Judgment Day breakup before last year's WrestleMania. Now we're going into this year's WrestleMania with another breakup on the horizon. On the horizon. 2 months away. That's how fucking close this WrestleMania is. Where is Finn Balor right now? In terms of kayfabe, story, purpose, title contendership, where is he? Does anybody know? He just fucking ate a GTS to an old grizzled CM Pompadour who gets his ass whipped on a weekly basis by the fucking no-names. Weekly basis. You guys want to know why CM Pompadour keeps on getting his fucking ass handed to him by the no-names? Because this company won't build anybody else. Because there is no more Montez Ford. There is no Otis. There is no Akira Tozawa. The Creed brothers, they don't exist. Penta, you know what his best usage is? A cool flip in the zero miedo. That's it. That's all he can do. Anything other than that, it's too much. It's too much work. You know, a proper New Day breakup with the fucking last man standing, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston match. They both paint the canvas. Big E coming out to stop, tears in his eyes. No, that's too creative. That's too creative. How about we get the No Names versus the Usos again? How about that? You guys having fun with the Usos versus the No Names for the 90th fucking time? Or how about CM Punk defending his title and winning against a guy that he has no story with for the 3rd time? How about that? That fun? That fun, CM Punk going out there and just not putting over new acts, putting over acts that maybe deserve the rub. I mean, really, what the fuck would be wrong with a Punk-Finn feud right now? What would be wrong with it? Somebody walk me through it like I'm a 6-year-old. Like maybe hypothetical 4 matches between Punk and Finn where Punk ends up keeping the title at the end. What's wrong with that? What's the negative there? They literally go out there and they have an amazing match. And I don't want to shit on this, right? Because the match is great. It's damn near probably match of the it's probably one of Raw's best matches in a very, very, very long time. The story here is that Finn Balor either has to win or he has to do something else. And we are now, again, a year removed from the theorized Judgment Day breakup. If this nigga ends up deciding next week is the time he's gonna split ways and, maybe he'll super kick Dom and the fucking crowd pops or whatever because he'll probably still be over the pond, right? If that's what we do, fine. It's a really, really good match, but the stakes here, they were non-existent, and we all knew that Finn wasn't gonna win, even though he probably should have won. That would have been the interesting creative choice. Maybe he even brings back the demon for a moment. How the fuck they're gonna do that with fucking 3 seconds on the clock and the lights being out and him coming out with no paint? I don't know. Maybe use a stunt double. I really couldn't tell you what the fuck they could have done, but they could have done something different. Because Punk winning and then this ending with Finn getting a fucking a face treatment, even though he's been a notorious heel for all of 2025. It's only January, so it's not like there was a large turnaround for him to become a face. I just don't get it. That Unreal show just lets you know that women's titles reigns are being squandered on purpose, damn near intentionally. And if you realize that any of your favorite wrestlers aren't getting the push that they deserve, it's probably because, they pulled the LA Knight and they didn't, risk their fucking neck safety for fucking 3 seconds of getting fucking jobbed out looking like a jabroni. So, that's that. That was Raw, January 20th. It was pretty bad. Not as bad as the other, not as bad as the other January Raw, that the, Netflix debut. So, I mean, I guess that's something.
I guess that's something. But actually no, the Netflix debut was actually a lot better than this because Travis Scott smoked a blunt on there. I remember that vividly. Travis Scott literally walked down the ring smoking a blunt, and I was like, you know what? Maybe the Fed will be okay. Maybe the Federation will be okay. Times change. Oh, how times change. All right, well, that was everything. All right, this is me, your boy Cappy. All right, I had an awful time watching this production. We will be getting to some other things, including Dynamite and the Federation SmackDown. All right, that will be coming later this week, along with Collision. So as I always say, all right, you guys stay tuned, stay safe, stay beautiful. All right, peace.